Hello and welcome to this short presentation on urban farming. Urban farming is the process of producing food independently from rural agriculture in urban areas. Having long since been used by ancient societies such as Machu Picchu or Persia, growing your own food instead of solely relying on rural agriculture is not a new idea and has been especially prominent in times of hardship or poverty, like in a war or depression. During World War II, President Woodrow Wilson saw the threat of a food shortage due to Europe being engulfed in a combat. His solution was urban farming. By 1919, 5 million plots were being used to grow food, and 500 million pounds of produce were being collected. Urban farming has been on the rise ever since. Now, you might be wondering, what's so great about urban farming? Well, urban farming helps increase food security, which means more food will be readily available for people who need it, while also stimulating the local economy and being better for the environment as it reduces the amount of runoff and pollution that can come from large scale farming. There are four main factors that can help develop urban farming. First off is the creation of an enabling policy environment. This means that laws are made that formally recognize and hopefully encourage the development of urban agriculture. Second is enhancing the access to vacant land for use. To farm, an area is naturally needed, but that isn't always easy to get, especially in large metropolitan cities. As such, steps should be taken to make more space readily available for farming. Third is enhancing the productivity and economic viability of urban agriculture. While it can be highly beneficial to the economy and the environment, many urban farmers have difficulty sustaining their production or even getting started due to the lack of training, extension services, and support groups offered in their area. To help alleviate this problem, farming education centers, farmer organizations, and access to more water and farming materials should all be set up and made more available. Lastly, is taking measures to reduce the health and environmental risks associated with urban agriculture. The whole idea is that urban farming should be sustainable and therefore better for the environment than large scale rural farming. However, it does come with its own risks. Erosion, contaminated soil, and animal borne illnesses are all very serious issues and must be addressed in order to keep urban farming sustainable, not only for the environment but also for the farmers too. The best way to help minimize these problems is to take health into consideration when zoning for urban agriculture. For example, a city may want to avoid having major concentrations of horticulture and poultry keeping near sources of drinking water. Additionally, prevention of industrial pollution of soil and water, as well as, of course, more education, can help make urban farming safer and more beneficial for everyone. Urban farming's effectiveness can be measured in many ways, but is most clearly shown in that it helps increase food security, especially in developing countries. In Ghana, for example, 90% of its fresh produce comes from its cities. In Hanoi, Vietnam, 80% of produce and 40% of eggs are produced in urban or peri urban farms. In both cases, more food is made available at more affordable prices, and as a result, less people go hungry. While urban agriculture has much to offer that will benefit the environment, economy, and our society as a whole, it is not without its flaws. As with everything, nothing can be 100% good or bad, and urban farming is no different. Urban farming has the potential to have huge production capabilities. 22 countries have the capacity to feed their cities by farming on less than 10% of their land. Another 39% of the global population could sustain themselves on less than 25% of urban land. However, these estimates don't take into account the nutritional needs of the population. While 22 countries can meet their city's food demands, only 9 can truly provide a healthy quantity of fruits and veggies. Having more urban farms means that there will be more local food available, and eating locally is usually healthier. Foods have to travel less and are therefore fresher, cheaper, and they stimulate the local economy. As previously discussed, contaminated soil is a real threat. Unlike in rural farms, dangerous items such as cars and paint are much more prevalent in urban environments and can have severely adverse effects on both what is produced and the quality that it has. Tests on urban soil has shown that it has the presence of arsenic, lead, and heavy metals. The dirt must then be removed or purified, and neither of these options are cheap. If these impurities aren't taken care of, the food grown could become poisonous and be very damaging to the brain, liver, and kidney. Urban farming benefits both the city and the global environment. In addition to being safer and less polluting to the earth, it also helps cities absorb more rainwater. Normally, cities can't absorb much due to the abundance of pavement and concrete. The water is typically siphoned off to the closest river or lake, which disturbs the ecosystem and introduces more contaminants. Urban farming could absorb this water back into the soil, thus preventing runoff naturally. However, while urban farming should benefit the economy in theory, the process can be slow, sometimes taking years to develop. Many cities would rather opt for a quicker, more surefire investment, such as in the oil or fossil fuel industries, and the environment suffers as a result. As you can see, urban farming has many obstacles that is preventing people from seeing all the benefits that it has to offer. However, they are not impossible to overcome. As global warming becomes more and more prevalent in people's lives, hopefully there will be more financial and political action that is taken to support sustainability projects like urban farming. Only then will we have a chance to maybe one day reverse the damage that has been done to our environment. While urban farming should benefit the economy in theory, the process can be slow and sometimes taking years to develop. Many cities would rather opt for however, however, while urban farming should benefit however, while bur- however, However, while urban farming should benefit the economy in theory, the process can be slow, sometimes taking years to develop. Many cities would rather opt for a quicker, more surefire investment, such as the oil or fossil fuel industry. However, while urban farming should benefit the economy in theory, the process can be slow, sometimes taking years to develop. Many cities would rather opt for a quicker, more surefire investment, such as in the oil or fossil fuel industries, and the environment suffers as a result. As you can see, urban farming has many obstacles that is preventing people from seeing all the benefits that it has to offer. However, they are not impossible to overcome. As global warming becomes more and more prevalent in people's lives, hopefully there will be more financial and political action that is taken to support sustainability projects like urban farming. Only then will we have a chance of maybe one day start rever- Only then will we have a chance of maybe one day to begin Only then will we have a chance to maybe one day reverse the damage that has been done to our environment.